Do you remember your first grown-up job where you would wake up early, have your clothes pressed, laid out from the night before, and were ecstatic just to have your own business card? Kind of reminds me of that old Michael J. Fox classic, Secret of My Success, where he's this mailroom boy and catfished his way up the ladder to a VP executive and brazenly fooled everybody. Many people don't remember it, but I'm an 80s baby and seen it over 10 times. Isn't it weird how now you having a job is needed more for security and paying bills than something you truly look forward to on a day-to-day basis? Many of us have failed at the crappiest, most diabolical interview questions of all time. So what are your biggest strengths and weaknesses? We all hate that stupid job interview question, right? It's like there's no right or wrong answer and the interviewer knows it's a got you question asked just to watch you squirm. Back in 2015, I nailed that question, but 8 months later, I left my job after the company got bought out and my small team were all axed even after hitting all of our sales goals. After all the great energetic team meetings, shitty office potlucks where Susan from accounting brings in her grandma's shepherd's pie dish from 1920s Ireland, or the dreaded after-work invites of, let's grab a few beers with the boss so we could all jockey to see who could kiss his ass the most to curry favor. You realize you're just a cog in the machine. Someone else's machine. At that moment, I vowed to never go through the interview process again. So this is what I did. I tried learning wholesale real estate, but it took too long to make a deal and felt scammy. I also played around with crypto, but being taught by yuppie millionaires with no moral character saying like 32 times a minute just didn't work for me. I even created an online apparel store tied to the Baby Yoda craze with IG meme pages. None of them panned out as they were just never fitting my persona and I was looking for tangible moolah ASAP. They all required me to learn from all the intricacies of the market, took a hefty amount of startup capital for each, and the traction simply wasn't quick enough. It was like I was just closing my eyes, just wishing for the best. You know the routine. If I could sell X amount per week, that equals Y per month spiel.
Bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
We all tell ourselves this. I couldn't go back to the tiny cubicle life even if it was a corner office. My light bulb moment came when an ex-girlfriend first told me about Fiverr. I then realized there were other sites like Upwork and 99 Designs, and the light bulb went off. I thought, what if I advertised those freelancer services to others and just became the middleman when the orders came in? What if I could charge those clients 3 to 5 times more than the freelancers charged me, and boom! There's immediate profit for me. And can you guess what happened? It worked. My first client was a model in Pennsylvania and I totally butchered her web banner trying to do it myself. Then I paid a real designer, and when that balance payment came in, I was off to the races. I started with just design jobs, then expanded to video editing, web design, and now I advertise over 13 different niches on my own custom website. It could be done, folks. It's not rocket science, but there's a method that will save you a lot of time, plus fast track the process for you. Who would have thought back then that my semi-introverted ass would have a website catfishing businesses into paying me north of $70,000 per month in 2025? Certainly not me.
See this guy? Renee worked hard in 2019 cleaning houses, clocked out every day at 5 p.m., but thought he was stuck in his 9 to 5 because he had a jail record. He took a chance on himself in 2021 as my first student and quit his job so he could go golfing at 11 a.m. He treats himself with fresh burritos at resorts in Cancun. He likes to drift his stupid Fast and Furious cars like he's Dominic Toretto. Family. And this year, he took his entire family for the first time on a multi-country trip starting in Brazil.
He's a great dude, a father, a hard worker, super humble, and knows every sports stat known to mankind. Would you believe back in 2019, I met him as he was part of the cleaning crew for one of my Airbnb properties? I took a liking to him simply because of his attention to detail. One day I was dropping off some stuff as they were just about wrapping up. I saw him rearranging the patio furniture and thought to myself, why is he doing extra work? Then it dawned on me that some people really are meticulous and do way more than asked. They just need a viable opportunity. That touched me and I gave him my card asking him to call me. 3 days later, we met at Panera Bread and he told me his backstory. He had picked up some extra side gigs to help pay for his daughter's summer school and told me he was making a little less than $15 an hour, but that's the work that was killing his chronic back pain. At that point, I decided to show him what I did in the company I ran from home and frankly anywhere in the world. sort of like that Leo paycheck scene in Wolf of Wall Street when he met Donnie. So I took him under my wing with a bit of re-education, boosting his confidence when connecting with clients. He landed his first client 8 days later for a plant nursery needing a few raffle tickets. He charged them $800 and he outsourced it all to a college-age designer in Argentina, and just like that, Renee banked a cool $550 profit. It wasn't the fact that it was a few $100s that lit his fire. He always said it was the fact that he did it all over email and never had to do any of the manual labor work or face-to-face that intrigued him. Fast forward 5 months later and he was designing $3,700 websites and making $2,500 profit. And shortly after that, Renee took up golfing on Saturday mornings and quit his side gig. These days, Renee's doing quite well for himself, and he took his entire family on a trip to Panama during the pandemic. The bottom line is that there's a bunch of different income streams out there. This outsourcing method may or may not be your cup of tea. All I can honestly say is that if you prefer a side hustle that you can start quickly, isn't a time suck, no face-to-face client interaction, and other people do the work, then give my 7-step video toolkit a try. We're talking 7 videos in 7 minutes, which have worked for over 400 real people with real bills and that use this to get their families back on track. Yes, my channel is new, and as you can see, I'm not looking to be the next Mr. Beast or online guru, but this is the game changer you've been looking for. I've included a link to access the first intro video in the description of this video, and there's also access to get them all as well. If you're looking for the right opportunity and willing to try something new, I encourage you to click the link and give this a shot. If not, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say.